Hello everyone, hello and welcome to whatever this thing is today with Tempest Rising. And you may be wondering, what is Tempest Rising? Is it rising around here? Is it contagious? Do I have to be worried about it? Well, no, you don't have to be worried about it because it's an RTS. But the RTS itself does seem to be contagious. It's coming back. It used to be kinda dead. Now it's not anymore. There's a bunch of RTS games coming around this time. There's Homeworld 3. There's that dwarf game that's a bit isometric. There's that Warnot game by Eugene Systems. There's a bunch of them. The genre is back, people. Much like the City Builder came back after years of not being a thing, the real-time strategy genre is flourishing again. Well, it's crawling out of some dark pit with lightning in it. And back to the question at hand, what is Tempest Rising? Well, do you know Command and Conquer? Well, you should, because they released a remastered version, a very good remastered version of the first two games of Command and Conquer and Red Alert, in the franchise, some years ago. And this is basically what that is. It's Command and Conquer remastered, but it's not Command and Conquer per se. It just looks like Command and Conquer. It sounds like Command and Conquer, and it's directed like Command and Conquer. The intro, which you're seeing now in the background, keeps like shifting between different like news, or not news, but television stations that show different clips of different times, trying to explain history. That's just the intro of Command and Conquer 1. But Command and Conquer 1 also had ads for drinks and stuff like that and telenovelas. The only main difference would be that this isn't using live action bits, which I kind of feel that it should. So it would drive home the point that this is basically Command and Conquer with everything but the name Command and Conquer. It's the same setup. There's a resource that showed up on Earth, but it's been lying in wait for thousands of years. And there's a bunch of people that want to use it to dominate the world. There's a bunch of people that want to use it to not get dominated. And they're called the GDF and the Tempest Dynasty. So GDI and the Nod. It's they even have the same color scheme. So the demo itself just has two missions from the campaign. You can either play the first mission of the GDF campaign or the first mission of the Tempest Dynasty campaign. This one focuses mostly on unit control and capturing buildings, and it doesn't actually feature you building much of anything. This one does, so for the purposes of this video, we'll be playing the Global Defense Forces mission. So let's get to it. Oh, before we get to that though, in terms of options, it's got a bunch of them. There's a DirectX 12 mode, which I'm not using because it's experimental. Otherwise, it's all set to Epic apart from anti-aliasing because, well, anti-aliasing in most games suck. It sucks. It's just terrible. Like, the only game that had good anti-aliasing was The Witcher 2. That's it. Every other form of anti-aliasing, especially temporal, looks like dog shit. So, with that being said, let's get into the campaign. It's made on the Unreal Engine, it seems, and it's got these nifty loading screen animations. This isn't a pre-rendered thing. This is real time, and it's dropping my frame rate like mad. This is your, regular old-fashioned, whatchamacallit, briefing. It's telling you what you're gonna have to do and stuff like that. But here's... Wait a minute. Okay, so on the background now you're seeing a bit of what I didn't skip over. There's dialogue in this. I mean, you can ask questions. They don't seem to do much. They're just there to give you more info if you want it. So that's it. Apparently at some point you're going to have Commissary, Armory, and Doctrine, which I don't know what they're going to do. But they'll be there, so let's get into it. Deploy. The loading screens are quite fun. They're very much in the vein of... Like, this is straight out of Command and Conquer. Like, absolutely... Well, Finland was neutral. You saw it, right? Finland was grayed out just like Switzerland. That's not a thing anymore, is it? That is so not a thing anymore. I mean, it's not going on the idea of Americans versus Russians, but the Tempest dynasty is sort of a stand-in for them, and the GDF is a stand-in for NATO. It's again, it's Command and Conquer. That's where it's drawing from. There's a lot of CGI cutscenes, which is fair. Command and Conquer had a lot of good CGI, well, amazing for the time CGI cutscenes and live-action cutscenes as well, which were, there were a lot of them. Maybe it's not. It's fair to say that they were a bit cheesy, but they weren't terrible. They weren't bad. They were just a product of their time and cheap and made by people who weren't necessarily actors, and they were fine. They were fine. Maybe by not embracing that style, maybe this game is declaring itself unproud of its heritage. Maybe it's trying to be cool. I mean, look at these guys. They look cool. Imagine if it was just a bunch of guys in cosplay. That would have been less cool. Who cares? Okay, let's get into it. Actually, there's one more loading screen. That was the cinematic, and this is the actual loading screen. Battle command uplink, initializing, please stand by. This used to be the install screen for Command and Conquer games back in the day. Okay, so we are getting to it. Graphically, it looks superb. Like this is what I would imagine Command and Conquer 5 would look like. I mean, it depends if you consider Command and Conquer 4 Command and Conquer 4 and you haven't just erased it from your memory. But this does look great. Our first units are these field scouts. You've got some info for them here. What they're using rifles. They've got range. They've got speed. They've got things they can target. They don't have this. Their infantry goes prone at low health. Yeah, just like Command and Conquer. Can be crushed by most vehicles. Just like Command and Conquer. You have an attack move, which was not a thing in Command and Conquer. They also have the ability to lay sensor mines once you have some intel. So this faction can collect intel by, making a radio tower or by shooting certain units after they've been pinged, which lets them use abilities like these. So let's move forward and let's kill ourselves some Tempest forces. That's a lot of detail there. Like, that's super high detail. Compared to what we would assume an RTS would look like, since you're viewing it from all the way up here most of the time. They could have actually made the camera go even lower, I guess, because there is quite good detail in this. At which that just one of these characters has more polygons than an entire map from Warcraft 3 and all its characters. And we've got some paratroopers who are in need of aid, and one of them's dying. And, oh yeah, the pathfinding, oh, it's terrible. It's just bad. I mean, this is not a final game. It's barely a final demo, and I think there's a bit of ghosting. I'm not sure if it's from the monitor, because it's still using some form of temporal AA, and you can't disable it because that's how the Unreal Engine works if it's badly implemented. Okay, let's get to it. So these guys have an ability that's called remote control, meaning you can now control the drone. Very important thing, don't try to click on the drone. You click on the character to control the drone. If you click on the drone itself, you won't be able to do anything. And with the drone you can scout out the area, and of course you can shoot explosive barrels, which is what you do in most of the first missions of any Command and Conquer game. That's how you beat things. You shoot the barrels, the red exploding barrels that they sit next to. That's how this genre works. Okay, so let's shoot some barrels once the enemy gets here. There it is. I think we shot it too early. Come on, shoot the barrels. Exactly. Everybody is blowing up, and we are happy. Happy, happy, happy. Come on, let's go. The drones will shoot by themselves. I don't have to command them. And I think we're getting close to where we need to be. Flame turrets. Okay, so we're gonna have to blow up the flame turret with the turret. With the drone, I mean. No, 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 just you guys. So, one of the things that's missing, honestly, in this game is the ability to tab. Unless I'm remembering really badly, Warcraft 3 or at least StarCraft 2 let you tab through the units you had in a control group, which you can see here, the control groups. So you could select individually each type of unit so you can activate their ability. This doesn't let you do that, which makes controlling units in one large control group kind of bad. Hopefully they will add the tab function at some point in the future, so you could do that, so to make the game more feasible to play. So let's get closer using this guy so we don't lose all our troops, and hopefully we don't have any anti-air units to screw over our strategy here. Okay, that's blown up, and I am within range. See, this looks like a fist of... oh, something blew up. Yeah, they do have an AA back there. So I'm gonna have to use both of these guys to hopefully get there. Yeah, that was the Hand of Nod. The unit design, the building design, everything just screams Command and Conquer. Did they try to make Command and Conquer 5 or a remake and Electronic Arts said no? Because that's honestly what it seems like. Oh, the turret was still alive. And some of my guys will die. Yeah, one of them at least died. Let's go up here. In terms of performance, I can't really comment since this is a game that's not nearly ready to be released. It's still got many months up until release. And it will also probably run on systems that are... well, I don't have necessarily a good video card. What can be considered a good video card? I mean, these days I've got a 1660 Super, which I got because the RX 480 died right before the 3000 series was released. So I'm kind of stuck with it. And I'll be stuck with it until GPU prices go back to what they were in 2018. Meaning I'm never gonna get a new GPU. I'm gonna die with this thing. And now we have Intel and... well, now we have medics. And we have these things which can ping targets like this. And when we kill them, they'll generate some intel. And that intel lets us do things like deploy healing turrets or deploy sensor mines with these guys. Now in the background, if I shut up for more than a second, you will probably hear some music. And there was some music in the intro as well, which again, it really harkens back to Frank Lepacki's work on Command & Conquer. I'm not sure if there's a credits option, if he's actually the one that wrote the music for this, but it does sound a lot like his work. It would make sense as this is an homage. Okay, so let's switch back to O. Yeah, you could have maybe waited a bit. Come on. They're gonna die before it gives me control back. Okay, let's see if we can actually blow some of these guys up. Blow that thing up, come on. That didn't do much. Well, the Grenadiers seem to be doing okay for themselves. So let's switch to this kind of ammo. Ping it, ping it, ping it, ping it. Okay, come on. Oh, I don't have control over them yet, okay. Get back here. Send medics to the green. Like I said, pathfinding, not great. Okay, the drone clips through the terrain, but that's okay. Pathfinding still needs a lot of work. A lot of work. Radio. The medic's gonna heal them, like the medic would heal them in StarCraft 2 or back in Red Alert, I think, had the medics, not Command & Conquer. Yeah, I get it. Let's blow up some more SAM sites and start building buildings. Come on, shoot them, shoot them. Shoot. Good. Yes, we need intel, we like intel. AMD as well. We're quite ambivalent. Okay, so I think these guys could actually repair. Could these guys repair? Yes, the drone fix. Okay. No, these guys can't repair stuff. I was under the impression that they could repair vehicles, but they can't. The other faction has technicians that can repair buildings. So we have to get all the way up there. Okay. Let's go around this place, this area, and switch these guys back to killing. We have enough intel for now.
Got it. We're off. Up we go. No problem. Avoiding order. Wait. Coming. Hold alert. Avoid. Standing by. Hold alert. Coming. Come. Avoiding.
No, they don't say anything funny if you click on them for too long. Come on, shoot it. Why aren't... What? Okay, there's some ordering issues, so these things wouldn't fire first because the drones were on their way, I guess. And then they got flame guys. Oh, we lost the vehicle. We lost the vehicle, and that's bad. Come on, shoot them, kill them, kill them. Okay, we're doing okay. We're doing fine. Well, we also have the classic crates, of course. Couldn't have a game that's Command and Conquer like without crates. There's no unit veterancy though, at least not in this build of the game. Maybe there will be in the final version, though I guess maybe there won't be, since this really is more of akin to Command and Conquer 1 and Red Alert 1, though it does have unit ability, so it's sending me mixed messages. It wants to be the first one in terms of styling, in terms of, well, pretty much everything, but it doesn't have some of the features of the following games. Maybe, again, maybe in the final version it will be. I'm not sure. Okay, we have construction vehicles. Let's move it up here and deploy it. Grid base, just like Red Alert 3, or like the other one, Tiberium More. Let's place that here, and we should probably set up a beachhead in this area. Oh, there's a bunch of them. Okay, blow it up, blow it up, blow it up. Kill them all, kill them all! Retreat! Go back! Oh, there's so many of them. There's so many. Get back there! Don't engage, Mr. Grenade guy. Okay. We need to set up a defensive perimeter here and then blow up the rest. Got it. Defensive cannot build anything. Oh, a refinery. Okay, let's build a refinery up here and probably one more down here. In the meantime, let's get one of our drone operators up here to scout out the area a bit more. Hopefully he'll understand that he needs to get up there and not get lost again, like they do. Oh, that's actually quite bad. So I probably won't be able to... Oh, I can shoot it. That's... Yeah, height advantage gives you a large range boost to your weapons, like a big one. You can build one more refinery here, so we have... I just want to have enough cash to not worry about needing cash later on. Still missing tech, I need barracks. Okay, so let's activate this and see what's up. And what is up is, that's a flame turret, yeah. Not flame turret, and this thing. I'm gonna have to blow up this thing, I guess. Finalizing. Okay, we have two of these. Let's build a barracks and kill people with it. Come on. Move your asses, get down here. Voila. Oh, we tore down those trees. Yeah, I think there's still some temporal AA left. Poor trees, they just faded into nothing. Okay, what else can we do with this thing? Nothing so far, so come on, get down here. Let's also build a defensive line with this Gatling gun. Probably 2 of them actually. Okay, we have reached the limit of our specialists, so the game does seem to have some extra features. We have a specialist limit, meaning we can't have an unlimited number of medics in this case, but I don't know what would be the equivalent in, I guess, Yuri's and Riddler 2. Oh, that thing's long range. Long range, missile, trooper, back, get back. We're gonna need a satellite uplink as well. And one more of these guys. As far as missions go, it's not bad. I wouldn't say it's great either, but it's fine. It does a fine job at presenting the idea of the game. Let's fight against, okay. And we're getting a bunch of grenadiers. Now, what I think would have been the other way around. I mean, the satellite uplink would require, would be required to coordinate the drones. But why is the grenadier then the one requiring a satellite uplink? So why does the medic require a satellite uplink? This poses too many questions. And something that I can't say I'm really all that... Come on, attack people, attack. Actually, buildings, the vehicles, stay back. I should probably build one more power plant here. Do I actually get slowed down if I don't have enough power? I mean, my production, does it get slowed down? Possibly. So let's build a few grenadiers as well. And then we'll be off the battle. That thing sure has a long range. So, I don't see... I mean, maybe I can only have one medic? I guess so. There's a star next to it. Is the limit going to be indicated somewhere around here? Maybe? I mean, it doesn't even completely show my... Can I minimize the panel? No, I cannot minimize this panel. So this is going to be... will need to be fixed. Because it's showing me the current population, what population is coming up, and my maximum, and I can't see the maximum anymore. But I do have a lot of intel, which is good. I mean, I can use intel to do... Well, I think I'm going to show you what I can do with it. If I just have to blow up a few barrels here. And I think he can do it before dying. No, he cannot do it before dying. So I'm going to send his brother here to die as well. So I can show you the thing I... Yeah, the pathfinding isn't great. They have time to improve. They have time. Okay. Job done. Now I can do stuff like this. I can do this. And put a bomb right over there. And now we're gonna see some jets. Some bombing jets. Look at them. They're so cool. I hope you get to build them at some point. And they're not just like the bombers from Command and Conquer, Riddler 2, Boris's bombers. They look so cool, the MiGs, but you can never actually build them. They were just, you know, that single ability that was kind of the worst ability in the game because it took like an hour to reload and didn't really blow much up. Tanya just kicked his ass non-stop. Okay. We're gonna have enough units in a couple of seconds to do this again. I'm going to blow up some tanks as well though. Can I repair... No, I can't repair vehicles. No. This bubbling water looks nice. I mean, I kind of get the feeling that you should be able to use this for something, but can't really do that. The terrain is, for the most part, I mean, apart from the exploding barrels, it's non-interactable at all. Like, you can't do anything with it. It's kind of a shame though. I mean, yeah, it's trying to be Command and Conquer, like the base form of Command and Conquer, which is fine, and that was a fine game 30 years ago. I think we've evolved a bit past this. Maybe it's trying to be like the purest form of the RTS, but I mean, we could do more. We could have more. Yeah, the abilities, sure. I can't tab between them to actually select the proper ability, but sure, sure. I can see why not. But what I'm getting at is that maybe there's more in the final version. Maybe there's more, you know, there's a doctrines thing which I don't know what it means. There's the other stuff, the armory that I don't know what it does. It feels a bit too basic, honestly. I know what it's trying to do. I really appreciate what it's trying to do, but perhaps it is a bit too bare bones of a game in terms of what the genre has become in the last 30 years. But again, maybe there's more to it once the final version comes out. Don't get me wrong, it's beautiful. It looks like fun. It's a fun game, but it feels a bit too bare bones. Too simple. Like there's not enough happening. But again, it's just the first mission. Maybe things will pick up later on with more mechanics, with more interesting stuff. I guess. Actually, no, there's more of them. See, there's... Oh, I guess that was just the objective. So, yeah, that's it. It's a shorter mission. The Brotherhood one, the Tempest Dynasty one is longer, but it's mechanically there's even less to it than this one has. I don't know, guys. I'm conflicted on this game. I love what I'm seeing, but what I'm seeing is not a lot. I mean, it's a pre-release version of the game. Maybe it's just the bare bones stuff in it that's available. Maybe there will be more added as time goes on, when development gets closer. I don't know. But still, the RTS genre is coming back. I mean, like I said, there's Dwarf, that real-time strategy game that's isometric. There is the one being made by Eugene Systems that's in early access already. Yeah, you can definitely hear Frank Lapocki style music on the background. That's for certain. That's for sure.
I have reinforcements on their way to you. Pull that base apart.
Yeah. So, the demo's out on Steam. Go try it. Enjoy it. Tell the developer what's on your mind about the game and perhaps they'll listen. I mean, maybe why launch a demo if you don't want feedback? So, I'm sure that they will receive your feedback as long as it's constructive. And I think that was the scientist Einstein guy that we're gonna save at one point, and he's gonna do something. Well, no. Einstein wasn't in the first Command and Conquer. I forget his name. There was a scientist in Command and Conquer, though. There is always that's the formula of this series, of this franchise, which this isn't a part of, but it's trying to be. Okay. I guess this would be it. I'm not sure when we'll have more shows out. Maybe someday soon. Hopefully one day. I'll go check out Tempest Rising's demo. It'll be out at some point in the future. Oh yeah, Homeworld 3. Well, technically Homeworld 4 is coming out next year as well. That's a big RTS. That's one of the biggest. I mean, Homeworld's like foundational for the 3D RTS. It's coming. It's great to be an RTS fan these days, isn't it? It's marvelous. It almost makes you forget all that stuff that Electronic Arts did with Command and Conquer. That terrible stuff. The mobile game. The MOBA. The disasters. I kinda miss Renegade though. Renegade was a good spell. Goodbye, people. Take care.